This meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity now to welcome everyone to today's meeting. A special welcome to our CEO, our guest speaker, Mr. Kimana Little, and the managers joining us via Zoom. Those who traveled with us, thank you also to those who are here, who are outside of the parish and saw it fit to come to join us today. This meeting will last for approximately 40 minutes. The purpose of the meeting is to address stress warning signs and symptoms. A recent survey revealed that over 50% of our top and middle management and 75% of line staff are severely affected by stress. Today, we will explore these findings, discuss strategies to manage stress, and develop ideas to support staff well-being in the upcoming year. Here's our agenda for the next 40 minutes. We review stress survey findings, guest speaker presentation on technological advances in 2024, discussions on stress warning signs and symptoms, problem solving and decision making on key issues, next steps and confirmation of needs. Guest speaker here today. So at this time, a guest speaker who was invited will present a video and accompanying presentation focused on technological advances predicted for 2024. The aim of this presentation is to offer insights into how these technological developments can aid in stress management and enhance workplace efficiency, setting a relevant context for the discussion. I now invite our guest speaker, Mr. Kimani Little, to do his presentation.
Thank you, Tashika. I'm Kimani Little, guest speaker. I was invited to do the presentation on stress warning signs and symptoms and advances in 2024.
Every year, there are new technologies that make a difference in the world. 2024 is turning out to be amazing for new inventions. This year, technology is changing the way we do almost everything, and it's exciting to see what's next. By the end of this video, you will discover 8 breakthrough technologies. Let's dive right in. Number 8, highly effective solar panels. Solar power is spreading fast worldwide, helping cut down on pollution. But most sunlight hitting solar panels doesn't get turned into electricity. By adding a layer of tiny crystals, we could make solar panels work better. In November 2023, a new solar technology set another efficiency record. The previous record only lasted about 5 months, and it's likely to keep changing quickly. This amazing improvement comes from a new kind of solar tech called perovskite tandem solar cells. These cells add special materials with a unique crystal structure on top of the usual silicon. Over the past 10 years, scientists have been improving perovskite solar technology, constantly setting new records for how efficiently it turns sunlight into electricity. Perovskites absorb light in different ways than silicon cells, which are widely used in solar panels today. When you combine silicon and perovskites in tandem solar cells, they can use more types of sunlight, making each cell produce more electricity. If we start using these tandem cells a lot, they could make more electricity than traditional solar cells and cost less too.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Number 7, chiplets. Making transistors smaller, which has been driving computer progress for a long time, is getting tough. This trend, known as Moore's Law, is slowing down, so engineers need to find new ways to make computers faster and better. One important part of building computers is packaging, the way all the parts are put together. Companies are figuring out how to do this for the next generation of machines. For years, making transistors smaller and fitting more onto chips has made computers better. But now, it's expensive and difficult to shrink transistors even more, and to make the complicated chips that today's tech industries need. To solve this problem, companies are using smaller, modular chiplets that each do specific jobs like storing data or processing signals. These chiplets can be connected to make a whole system. They're like little chips that work together to do what a regular chip does, but even more. Smaller chips are better because they're less likely to have mistakes during manufacturing, which saves money. But until now, there hasn't been a set of rules for how to put these chiplets together. Now though, the industry is agreeing on a set of rules called Universal Chiplet Interconnect Express. This should make it easier to mix and match chiplets from different companies. And that could let chip makers try new things in fast-moving fields, like AI, aerospace, and making cars. Number 6. Enhanced geothermal systems. Geothermal energy is super clean and never runs out. But we're just starting to figure out how awesome it is because it's tricky to work with. Now, they're using new ways to dig deeper into the ground and reach places we couldn't before. This helps us tap into more of the Earth's heat to make clean energy. Geothermal is a great option instead of burning coal or oil because it doesn't depend on the weather or time of day. But to make it work, we need specific types of rocks with water underneath the ground. Geothermal energy makes up less than 1% of all the renewable energy we use worldwide. But there's this new technology that could help us use even more of the Earth's heat. It's called enhanced geothermal systems, and people have been working on it since the 1970s. Recent improvements suggest that it could boost how much renewable energy we can make. Fervo Energy tested one of these systems in Nevada last year and showed that it could work and make money. Now they're working on another project in Utah, aiming to provide steady, clean power by 2026. With enhanced geothermal, companies can tap into geothermal heat in places they couldn't before. Number 5. Apple Vision Pro. This year, Apple is launching its first mixed reality headset called the Vision Pro. It has an amazing feature, the best display quality ever seen in such a device. Will it have a standout app? It's still early to say, but Apple is betting big that it will. The Vision Pro, set to be released later this year, is Apple's first step into mixed reality. Its success is uncertain, but it's a groundbreaking device with a display that's way better than anything seen before. Apple introduced the headset, which it calls a spatial computer, in June at its annual developers event. They say it's a better way to watch movies, view photos, connect with others, and even read and create. Mixed reality is different from virtual reality because it mixes digital stuff with what's around you in the real world. The headset has cameras and sensors that see what's around you and display it on screens in front of your eyes. Then it adds digital stuff you've chosen, like a video right in front of you. But what will people use it for? Apple has some apps ready, but will it mainly be for watching videos? Also, will people wear it? Apple put virtual eyes on the front, but we haven't seen how they'll look in real life. And at $3,499, it's a lot more expensive than other headsets. Number 4. Exascale computers. The world's fastest supercomputers can now do more than a quintillion calculations per second. These new machines will help scientists do more advanced simulations of things like climate, nuclear reactions, and turbulence. In May 2022, a supercomputer called Frontier shook up the global rankings. It's now the fastest in the world, performing over a quintillion calculations per second, also known as an exaflop. It can do as many calculations in 1 second as 100,000 laptops. This marks the start of the exascale computing era. More supercomputers like Frontier will be coming soon. Europe's first exascale supercomputer, Jupiter, is coming in late 2024. China also has exascale machines, but hasn't shared results from standard tests. Supercomputers have been getting 10 times faster every 4 years for the past 30 years. Now, engineers are planning even faster ones. Oak Ridge is working on a supercomputer that will be 3 to 5 times faster than Frontier, likely in the next decade. Number 3. Gene editing technology. A groundbreaking gene editing treatment has been approved in both the UK and the US to cure sickle cell disease, a deadly illness. Patients are calling it life-changing. Just 11 years ago, scientists created CRISPR, a powerful tool for editing DNA. Now they've used CRISPR to develop a treatment that fixes the symptoms of sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease is caused by inheriting two faulty copies of a gene that makes hemoglobin, leading to severe pain episodes and a shorter life expectancy. This treatment targets bone marrow cells, restoring the body's ability to produce healthy hemoglobin. In 2022, Vertex Pharmaceuticals in Boston was the first to submit a CRISPR treatment for approval, specifically for sickle cell disease. The treatment successfully relieved pain for nearly all patients in the trial after editing their bone marrow. However, the treatment is expected to cost $2 to $3 million, and Vertex doesn't plan to offer it in Africa, where sickle cell disease is most common and deadly among children. The company says the treatment is too complex, involving hospitalization, bone marrow removal, editing, and transplantation. So simpler and cheaper ways to use CRISPR might be developed in the future. Number 2, heat pumps. Heat pumps are electric devices that can cool or heat buildings. They're getting more popular worldwide, and in the US, they're outselling gas furnaces. New types of heat pumps can even help clean up industries. Heat pumps use electricity to cool or heat buildings, which can cut down on emissions.
Hi, I'm an AI. I can trade for you.
How?
I find the crade. I show you what and why. You say yes or no. I do the rest.
What do I need to start?
$20 in your account.
Many buildings still use fossil fuels like natural gas for heating, but switching to electric heat pumps, especially those powered by renewable energy, could help reduce emissions from homes, offices, and factories. Heat pumps have been around since the mid-20th century, but they're becoming more popular now. Global sales grew by 11% in 2022, the second year of double-digit growth. However, the growth rate might have slowed in 2023. In Europe, there's been a big increase in heat pump installations, up 40% through 2022. This was mostly because of the energy crisis caused by the Russia-Ukraine war and efforts to move away from natural gas. China leads in installing heat pumps, with Japan close behind. They've filed most new patents on heat pump technology since 2010. New methods allow heat pumps to work at higher temperatures, potentially helping clean up industries like food processing and papermaking. If we install enough heat pumps, we could cut global emissions by 500 million tons by 2030, like removing all cars in Europe. We'd need about 600 million heat pumps by then, covering about 20% of global building heating needs. Number 1. Weight loss drugs. Obesity is a big problem globally, according to the World Health Organization. Drugs like Mounjaro and Wegovy are helping patients and doctors fight it. They may also lower the risk of heart attacks and strokes. About 1/3 of adults in the US are obese, which raises their chances of heart disease, diabetes, or cancer. Now, these medications help people lose weight by curbing their appetite. Most were initially made for type 2 diabetes. But in June 2021, Wegovy became the first drug approved specifically for weight loss since 2014. The main ingredient in both Wegovy and Ozempic, a diabetes drug sometimes used for weight loss, mimics a hormone released by the intestine after eating, making you feel full. Patients inject the drugs at home once a week and can lose about 12% to 15% of their body weight. These treatments could make millions of people healthier. Some studies even suggest they help with heart failure symptoms. Many companies are now working on new versions of these weight loss drugs, including some that can be taken as pills. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comments you see on the screen right now.
Alright, so that was a 10-minute video explaining how technological advances can aid in can enhance workplace efficiency. And when you have a enhanced workplace efficiency, you have a more focused, we would say a more focused staff. Since if everybody know their role and with the aid of technology, right? So I guess it doesn't just aid in technology, it aid in efficiency. Because if everybody know their role, if everybody know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, that would dramatically reduce the stress levels. So I guess it also aid in stress management as well. So yeah, that was just a video, and how technological advances can aid in enhancing workplace and aid in stress management. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Little, for that very insightful video. We'll now move on to our next section, the group discussion section.
Hi, good morning. I'm Miss Heron. So today we'll be discussing group discussion, right? Now let's break into 3 groups. Each group will symptom and brainstorm strategy to address their action and long-term strategic needs for 2027. First, let's talk about individual level warning. Individual level warning signs include fatigue, which is persistent tiredness and difficulty concentrating, may signal excessive workload or insufficient rest. Right? The second one is irritability. A short temper and increased sensitivity to feedback can indicate mounting stress. All right, the other one is absenteeism and tardiness. Frequent unplanned absence or late arrival highlight potential disengagement or personal stressors. Right? Declining performance, missed deadline, and lower quantity of work or quality of work suggest struggles with workload management. Withdrawal or detachment, it's reduced participation in discussion may signal low moral or engagement. Physical symptoms, stress-related health issues can accompany physically signs. All right, so in this summary, what I'm trying to explain is that individual level warning signs of stress includes persistent fatigue, irritability, absenteeism, tardiness, declining performance, detached issues, and physical symptoms. These are suggest excessive workload and insufficient rest, disengagement, and low morale. All right, so now let's discuss about level issues. Team level issues are characterized by declining collaboration, which is reduce the willingness to assist a colleague, may indicate that weakened team cohesion. Right, so conflict escalation, increasing disagreement, might reflect on poor communications and reduce productivity, missed milestone could signal unclear objects or lack of motivation. And low morale, it means disagreement or criticism can pervade team culture. Poor communication, minimal feedback, and reduced participation may indicate a breakdown in dynamics. And high turnover, frequent resigning may point to structural or cultural problems. All right, so what I'm trying to say is that team level issue indicates declining collaboration, reduced productivity, low morals, poor communication, and high turnover. These issues suggest weakened team cohesion, poor communication, or role ambiguity. Unclear objective or lack of motivation, disengage in team culture, in dynamics and structural or cultural problem. And to address these warning signs, proactive measures are essential. These include regular check-ins, open communications, professionalism, development and opportunities, and access to well-being resource. Leaders should foster a supportive environment to prompt conflicts and encourage employees to express concern, recognizing these concerns are early signs, allowing for effective innovations, promoting employees' well-being, and sustaining team performance. Thank you, everyone. All right, so we're going to jump into problem solving and decisions. We have 3 issues to resolve today. We have meeting venue, remote participation, and stress management. Meeting venue. Since the ballroom is unavailable, we will be using the training hall with projectors and Wi-Fi to stay connected. Remote participation as support with management to hybrid setup for our Zoom and participants. Stress management supports will be implemented quarterly wellness workshop and establish confidentiality counseling hotline. These decisions will be documented in the meetings. All right, so
The chairperson, I think the chairperson must say something now.
Yes, I thank you for leading out with the group discussions, Ms. Heron. And now we'll move on to our closing. In conclusion, the HR department will take the lead in organizing wellness workshops aimed at enhancing employee well-being. The IT department will establish hybrid systems to facilitate future meetings, ensuring accessibility for all participants. Additionally, I will be responsible for approving and disseminating the minutes of the meetings. It is very crucial that all documentation related to these initiatives is signed and stored properly for future references. As a final note, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone who actively participated in today's discussion. Your contributions are essential in creating a healthier and more supportive work environment. A lunch will be provided on site for all attendees, and we will proceed for strategic planning sessions in groups during the afternoon.
And the chairperson.
Yes, go ahead.
All right, so I guess I should do the here I have with me the minutes that were distributed. You know, the title of this meeting was is Stress Warning Signs and Symptoms, held today, July the 4th to the 24th at 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. in the training hall, which is the alternative boardroom, which is an alternative to the boardroom since the boardroom was being held up, so we had to use the training hall. The chairperson that conducted this meeting is Stacy Fickerman. The attendees, CEO, 12 section managers, including Tashika Heron, myself, the guest speaker. Three of the managers are via Zoom and 2 are traveling. You know, I again, we've stated the purpose of the meeting, which is just to address stress warning signs and symptoms. We've also elaborate on stress survey findings. The guest speaker, I spoke on. I did a presentation on technological advances that could aid in stress management and enhance workplace efficiency. Tashika held the group discussion on problem solving and decisions, and the closing statement was done by the CEO, the chairperson. Sorry about that. The decisions made was that the training hall had to be confirmed since the boardroom was being occupied. IT support assigned remote access to all technological devices within the training hall so we can get the meeting done efficiently. And quarterly workshop is being done to aid in stress support for employees. The human resource manager recognizes the wellness of the workshop. IT will set up hybrid meeting systems, and the chairperson, will approve and distribute the minutes. The minutes transcribed, checked, signed, and stored will be documented, distributed to all managers. Thank you. So I would like to give a summary on our presentation, just to solidify what all the things that I've got here. So the management meeting, it was held by Stacey Vickerman. She welcomed the attendees, including the CEO and remote participants, to discuss stress-related issues impacting over 50% of management and 75% of line staff. Did I got those numbers right, chairperson?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay, and the agenda is to review survey findings. I did my presentation on 2024 technological advances for stress management, and the group discussion on stress warning signs and problem solving decisions. So I would like to ask some questions, but like warning signs identified. Could you repeat it, like the stress warning signs that were identified, as in on the individual level? I just said absenteeism and tardiness. Do you mean like those are like physical symptoms, not psychological? So you're expounding on physical symptoms. Is that right, chairperson?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And the team level issues highlighted, including decline in collaboration, conflict escalation, reduced productivity, low morale, and poor communication, as well as high turnover. The proactive measures such as regular check-ins and wellness resources were recommended to address poor communication and high turnover and so on. Decisions made include using the training hall as the venue, implementing quarterly wellness workshop to aid in stress management, and establishing IT support for remote participation. The actions involving HR recognizing workshops and the chairperson approving meeting minutes were very successful, and the lunch was provided, and strategic planning sessions were scheduled for the afternoon. So that should cover all the points of the management meeting, and we've now completed the role play now. Is that right, chairperson?
Yes, we have.
So Can we go?
Yes, and again, I thank everybody for coming, being present, and for participating.
Okay.
Right, thank you for having me.